Hey everybody. Hey everybody. How you doing? How my babies doing? Well, I want to say welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Ace of Wands the Hierophant. Well, welcome back to me. This is Logic Tarot. Welcome back to Logic Tarot. Okay. Me and my dog had a long ass conversation. A long one. And I had to inform him that if he doesn't leave me alone for a little while, how the heck am I supposed to help him, help us? You help everybody. Maybe I'm putting too much strain on helping shit. Okay. Maybe I am. Because every time you seem to help somebody, they take it for granted. That's exactly what he does. He takes my love for granted. Okay. So moving right along, if you have a question, please ask it. A lot of people come in here and they're like really afraid to ask questions. I have 22.7 thousand views and only 49 subscribers. Now, I don't mean only as if. I just mean thank you so much. Will counseling first, I require you to subscribe, and I do have a way to check. If you take your subscription back, it will be kind of really, you get exactly what you ask. So if you are not even committed to a subscription, you are not committed to a person. And maybe that's their issue in the first place. So I do check my subscriber list because everybody comes in, but I did subscribe. And I don't want to hear that because then in my live and I only have one subscriber and one new subscriber, so that doesn't make any sense. But if you subscribe, I will, because I'm trying to get my subscribers up. I'm not saying you have to have a notification bell, but subscribing is pertinent because I need it. Okay. Anyway. And thank you for the like, but I need subscribers, sweet babe. I really do. But I do have an answer for you. Will you have reconciliation with Leo? I do have an answer. I heard about you in one of my other readings. Are you a Sagittarian, Aries, Leo, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? It depends. What is your sign? See, I'm going to give you like an intuitive message because not subscribing or doing anything but liking is only worth intuitive. So, if you are another sign, any other sign other than a fire sign, it's not that Leo is not going to come back because Leos are very, very together. However, thank you so much. However, if the Leo does come back, I'm trying to tell you, Leos are very straightforward. Like they are very, very. I was married to a Leo, so you can't tell me nothing about them. And I've known many Leos. They're very loving. They're very kind. They're very sweet. Until you cross them. Oh, you are a Cancer. I mean, is that a Cancer sign? Yes. You're a Cancer. Is Cancer the yin and the yang? Y'all, for real. So, water signs and fire signs. We have we have a love-hate relationship. I want you to, this is really the truth. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was in love with a water sign for a long time, and I'm a Sagittarian. And I was in love with a Scorpio. It's a very love-hate relationship. Not a bad thing. Actually, when you really, really need love, you actually really are loving with each other. Like kisses and hugs and all that sweet stuff. But when things are good, they're really good. But fire can be fire, fire, flame, and water can be like a tsunami. So, and the tsunami can easily put out the fire, fire, flame. Very easily. What you guys as water signs don't understand is that you can put out the flame of a fire real quickly. But if you work together as a unit, you will most definitely get what you wanted. As long as you're trying to be in charge and overtake, and you don't accept that Leo is a Serengeti, an African originator, a lion, and you are an originator of the ocean, which the Serengeti is dry land full of food to eat. And lions don't eat crab. As long as you understand this, then yes, you can actually have a communicative and very logic relationship. But 9 times out of 10, it takes the water sign to understand the fire sign and stop trying to come at them as if you need to be in charge, or when you choose, they need to be in charge. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes a lion will let its lioness. They'll let this lioness go ahead for the hunt. 9 times out of 10, it's the lioness that catches the food, and it's the lion that comes and eats. It will allow you to be in the space in which you want to be. But you can't get all crabby on them. Like, be afraid. You come with your pinchers, but you ain't putting your pinchers onto the enemy. You're putting your pinchers onto them, or your tsunami. Instead of trying to water the land, you're trying to drown your lion. You cannot do that. And honestly, you can look it up, and I swear. So look it up if you're so curious about it. Look it up. Leos and look it up. The water sign and the fire sign. It's not that everything else ain't good. It's just that you're two very, very, very different elements. So in order for you to make your relationship work, you both are going to have to, he's going to have to simmer down his lion and his fire, and you are going to have to simmer down your tsunami. And just kind of learn to live like you would do anybody else that was in the zodiac. It would be a very different situation if you dated an air sign than a fire sign. Because air and water go well together. But if you were to actually consider simmering down your reaction to the fire sign, let them realize how crazy they been. But you don't be in the wrong, because 2 wrongs don't make a right. And it takes 2 people to step forward. And that's the truth. And you can look it up. Look up compatibility of the Leo and the Cancer. Look it up. I promise you. Water signs and fire signs, we are so in love with each other, but we have a hard time keeping it together. So look it up. and see what you can do to move forward. And are you capable of accomplishing that? If not, I wouldn't date a fire sign. Even though that's fire, even though it's just like fire makes water boil in a good way and in a bad one. Sexually, probably even intellectually. But you can also make me real freaking mad real quick. Then I become not even a water sign, I become a tsunami. Look, you cannot go by according to just Indian signs. And depending on when you were born. If you were born, what is it? The end of October, I'm sorry, anytime in November for water signs. But you're a Cancer, so you were not born anywhere near being a split sign. So both of you can't be Sagittarians unless it's other placements in your birth charts. But that still means that you have to get it together real quick. Hi, Bree. How you doing, sweet? Yes, you can ask a question. You have to like, you can't just go by one thing you have in common. It doesn't work like that. Because according to America, in the tropical birth sign, you, and I don't know what exactly your birth date is, but you have a birth time. And so does that person. He has a birth date and a birth time, and that'll tell you your entire astrological chart. Thank you so much for your promotion. I appreciate you. Go to cafeastrology.com and use as much information as you have to figure out if you're actually compatible. Did your so-called friend unfriend you on Facebook? Let me tell you something. If your friend unfriend you on Facebook, there's something going on there that she don't want you to look at. And that's all I gotta say about that. For real. I have a Facebook for my family, and then I have a Facebook for my friends. And my Facebook for my family is very, very, very different from my Facebook for my friends. And my family asked me for a friend on my asked me to be their friend on my friend Facebook. I tell them no, but you can stay on the family Facebook. And that's all I gotta say about that. But please answer, ma'am. Well, look, I'm not gonna promise you something. If you want some promises, go to one of these fake readers. Because it depends on the dynamic of your relationship, or Aranti. It depends on the dynamic of your relationship. If it's good, it's good. It's bad, it's bad. And if it's over, I mean, it's over. And if you're in no contact, I mean, you have a whole lot of work to do. Because then you have to go beg for that person back. And if they say no again, I can't say they're going to say yes. Because I'm not going to put my name on that. And Bree, if they did it and they're doing it out of jealousy and malice, then you probably shouldn't have so much interest in having them back. I'm for real. Like for real. Like for real. Because every time you find a friend other than them, you're not going to be on their Facebook. They're going to do it just out of jealous and malice. You don't want somebody keep playing with your emotions. That person needs to grow the fuck up. Okay? Promise. What kind of questions are you answering? I'm answering a question. Anyone you want. You just subscribed to my channel and liked the video XX. I don't know what that means, sweet baby. I'm so sorry, CJ. Ma'am, I already answered your question. I'm sorry that you want a yes or no, but I'm not the one that's going to determine your fate. The only one that can determine your fate is you and them. Whatever your fated relationship is exactly what it's going to be. Oh, okay, CJ. Thank you so much. I won't do that. That's not how I work. So you gotta go somewhere else for that. Go to somebody that's gonna lie to you. That's how you. Oh, you will be with that person in 3 months. You ain't gonna be with them in 3 months. You'll probably go crawling back in 3 months, and they'll still tell you no if you don't figure out why they left in the first place. Is there anything you won't answer? Topic? No, there's not many I won't answer. There are some things, like I said. Please answer. Will reconciliation happen between me and him? I won't answer that. No, I'm not gonna put that on my name, and I'm not gonna put that on my spirits. I'm gonna leave it to my angels, my gods, my source, or my universe. That I won't answer. I don't give a time frame. Time is linear. That means I could say 2 days and it could be 4 years. So I won't do that. Whatever I say is going to be honest and true. And that's how I live. And that's how my channel is. Not many questions I won't answer. Okay. So promise. Let me tell you something. You can get an early pregnancy test up to 1 to 3 days. Now, at the 3rd day, and especially at a week, your behind is pregnant. I just want you to know that. If it's a plus sign on that pregnancy test, the 3rd day up to a week, your ass is pregnant. Okay? You're pregnant. Congratulations. You got a baby. Well, honestly, CJ, you better wait. You better hope you can start tomorrow. You better hope you can have some drip blood. Because if not, if you have actually a lasting relationship, it may not be so bad, but you have a baby daddy or baby mom, your baby daddy. So if you do decide to start your cycle tomorrow, I guess you got a baby daddy. Now that's a whole different subject. Well, then that's a good thing. Don't poop in your pumpkin pie. If you do to start tomorrow, if you want to get pregnant, well, do what people that want to get pregnant do and copulate. But if you don't want to get pregnant, I suggest you refrain and see what happens. Okay, so you had 2 losses and a baby. That means you need to stay off your feet. Like you have a strenuous pregnancy problem. And as soon as you find out that you're positive for pregnancy, you're going to have to go on bed rest. And then eat nothing but healthy foods, for real. Because a strenuous pregnancy has a lot to do with your innards. Okay? And I'm not a doctor. However, I will tell you the truth. I'll tell you what I've learned. So if you are, in fact, trying to have a baby, at least the first month of being pregnant, you need to stay off your feet. Strenuous pregnancies are hard. It's hard to keep a baby, and especially if you have a baby that actually tries to grow in the fallopian tubes or something like that. You was positive. Okay. So it doesn't mean, okay, baby. Let me tell you something. I'm going to answer your little question. I already did. Now, if you want to get pregnant, now is the time. If you do tomorrow to start your period, once your lady time starts, you won't have to wait until the following month. Now, if you want to get pregnant, I would start now. I'm just saying that once you find out you're pregnant, you need to stay off your feet. You cannot. You are on bed rest until the end of that pregnancy. So you can't go work a 13-hour job, 8-hour job, something like that. You can't do none of that. So I hope your boyfriend got a good job and willing to hold up to that. And that's all I'm saying. I'm done talking about it. I told you to do the bed rest. Do the bed rest. Do the bed rest. Like, you're going to have to sit your behind down and like meditate and keep yourself out of stress in order to keep that baby. Because your body has a natural production of stress, which stress can actually make you not be as susceptible to pregnancy. And especially if you already have other uterine problems or stomach problems, or you eat too much grease, or you don't eat enough natural fruits, vegetables, you put too much salt in your meal. Those things can be strenuous to a baby because maybe they're not susceptible to that. What if you have an allergic baby and they're allergic to the things that you're eating, the things that you're doing? You have to take care of that. 9 times out of 10, that's kind of what it is. Like, people don't understand. Their baby can be allergic in the womb. Hypoallergenic. That's what they call it. Dorothy. Hi, baby. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And then, Miss Promise, can you block those people? Oh, yeah, I heard. I know you wanted to block everybody out, Miss Promise. I see you. You're very welcome, CJ. Miss CJ, I appreciate you. But you got to do bed rest. For real. Because, I'm going to tell you a story, CJ. My ex-wife, she has like a not a STD, but a hereditary disease that is very hard for her to have kids, and she has to stay off her feet the entire pregnancy, but she happened to have 2. So it's not like it cannot happen. And when the doctors first diagnosed her with it, they told her she can't have none. But she had 2 babies. But she had to stay off her feet. And she had to relax. And she had to just do things that kept her calm. And it worked. And she has 2 babies now. So it's not like it can't happen. It ain't about me. But okay. I'm happy for you. Dorothy, Fred's feeling toward you. Now, Dorothy, I'm trying to tell you, she got what she wanted. She always wanted to have kids. Now, we would have to pay for them, but she got them for free. And then she keep calling me. Now we're in a whole different situation. But one thing I can say is she had them 2 babies, though. For real. Pregnant belly and all. Stay off your feet. Fred's feeling towards you. You know, Dorothy. Dorothy, you know better than this. You change the name, but it's the same man. And that doesn't mean it's going to change. Let me show you. I'll show you. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So that means until you actually stop actually considering what somebody else feels for you, but sail away, and consider your damn self and have some fun out here. It doesn't matter. When you actually consider having some fun out here, that's when you'll meet your Knight of Wands, the person you're supposed to be with. That'll be your justice. So it's up to you. You can keep asking about the same person. And you know I'm right about this. I don't play with y'all. How many questions are you allowed to ask? 1. And I've answered 20 of yours, CJ. For real though. You know this, Miss Dorothy. You know this. I'm for real. My cards don't lie, and you know that too. And Miss CJ, let me see what your cards say. I got the Six of Wands, a victory card. You will get pregnant. It's sitting up over here on one of my decks. Just sitting in the upright on one of my decks. This is just one of the many. Now, just to give you the reading I promised. Sit your behind down if you want a goddamn baby. Lay your behind down. You want this baby so bad? Stop being worried about losing it, because worry is the number one cause of not understanding where these Two of Cups come from. Stop worrying so bad. Get some rest, and that'll be your justice. You'll have your Ace of Wands, your baby, and your Knight of Cups, your man. Even though you might go through some struggles to get there. I mean, for real. It might be a little bit of struggles. And I'm saying the person you asked to be with you is the one that, but hey, there's a Lover's card. What you're looking for will come, but nurture and grow what you want. That's the truth. And that's what my cards say. You got this. But you can ask a question. Thank you so much for coming. Now, please put likes and subscribes on my board. If you choose not to stay as a subscriber, it's because you have your own decision on what you want to hear. But yes, it will come to you. You all can ask a question. I will keep going up. Miss Dorothy, you know, stop playing with me. You already know, Miss Dorothy. You know what? Let me tell you something, Miss CJ. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know. Well, you're asking about it, baby. So I assume you're a miss. But I'm gonna tell you this. So I was looking forward to moving, but I had to wait for paperwork and documents. My apartment said, you know what? Yeah, we'll let you out your lease so you can move into this house. And we won't charge you anything. And that, I was nervous about it for 2 weeks. And this is the second week of the month. And they actually let me out of my lease without charging me anything. They just said, go live your life. So anything can happen. And I thought they were going to charge me the relet fee and all that stuff. The lease fee and all that stuff, but they didn't. They just let me out of my lease. I didn't have to pay anything. Thank you, God, Source, Universe, angels, guides. Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, universe. I don't even know who to thank for it. But that's kind of the deal. And I know my dog yawns too for some reason. Like, he'll yawn like four times in a conversation. I'll tell you, I love you. He'll be like, he'll yawn too. That's what I love about him. Like, we're a lot alike. But he's a Cancer sun and I'm a Cancer rising. But I'm also a Sagittarian sun. Okay, so what is next for me? And that's what I'm saying. It's angels working right there. And my spirit guides. Y'all think y'all got ancestors out here that is maneuvering for you real quickly, fast, and in a hurry? They are. Miss Dorothy, I'm here. Miss Dorothy, I gave you a reading. Were you here? Oh, see, I told y'all. Me and my dog both do the same thing when we're channeling. It's corral. Let me tell you something. It's not about getting your feelings hurt because I promise you go through an entire lot of emotions while you're pregnant. One thing is, if you thought about it, if you weren't pregnant, if you were not pregnant at all, and you thought about it, would you actually be upset about it? Or would you just kind of be like mad about it and let it go? I'm not saying that pregnancy emotions is the cause of what's going on with you and your man. But if he says something just unforgivable, then why are you still there? Well, then guess what? Don't let him have it. Leave. It is unforgivable. You came up telling me you want to put baby in me. Okay, I let you, and now you want me to get rid of it. Nah, baby. What's gonna happen here is I'm gonna get rid of you and put you on child support and love my baby until the day I die. And that's what's gonna happen here. Hello, I'm a Leo woman. Will younger Pisces man ever reach out? It was just a brief. Okay, Gab D. I'm gonna tell you something. Gabe D, because you're a female. It's Gab. So okay, Miss Gab D. Let me tell you something. I promise you, in this world, and I just had this discussion with another one of my viewers. Water signs and fire signs really have a hard time being together, and especially like Pisces. They have a way about them, and they're very encouraging and sweet and nice and kind. Because my father's a Pisces, my aunt's a Pisces. They have a way of turning on you real quick, and you don't even know why. So I would consider these things. Are you going to walk on eggshells to be with this person for the rest of your life? Even if you are pregnant, can you accept your child? It's not true? Well, tell me how it is then. Tell me how it is. Tell me how it is. No, Pisces, come on now. Let's be honest about ourselves. You are very creative, very innovative, very sweet, sweet people. Until somebody says to you something that steps on your feet. What happens when somebody steps on your feet? I was responding to leaving you part, LOL. Okay, all right. Agreed. But Pisces and fire signs, we really kind of don't get. We really kind of don't get. Because when Pisces, when you step on a Pisces feet, and you don't even have to trample them like a giant, when you step on a Pisces feet, they get really offended, like very offended, and they don't let it go. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They just don't. They have a way about them. They're very creative, honest, innovative, sweet, kind. But when you step on a Pisces feet, there is like, that's a barrier. It's like the Chinese wall. Y'all remember the Chinese wall? Every sign has something special about them. And every sign also has their quirks. And I don't call it something wrong. I just say there's a quirk about them. And Pisces are better off with other water signs. For real. Other water signs than being with, 'cause my fortune is in Pisces. So I'd rather be with people who, if I'm going after a goal, I'd rather be with people who are, creative and honest, because I'm creative and honest and this and that. So I'd rather be with people who are creative and this and that, that's going after something versus being with somebody that ain't going for shit, because I know it's not going to last long. Because I know how I am. Fire signs and Pisces, thank you. They're sexual, like I said, water signs and fire signs. Our sexual interaction is amazing. Hello. Imagine putting a forest fire with a tsunami. It is amazing. But one thing I can say is, when it comes to feelings and emotion and the small stuff, it's really hard to coincide. It ends up in some weird shit. Like, you're just like, one of y'all is always scratching your forehead, your ear, wondering what just happened. So it's not a bad thing. It's a nature. I'm not saying that Pisces is wrong. I'm not saying that the fire sign is wrong. But it's just a nature. It's a nature, y'all. Come on. Like, think about it. If water hits fire, let's say you made a barbecue and you put a whole bunch of water on it. You made a barbecue. Or I don't know what you do in your country. Something that creates fire to cook food. And then you put a whole bunch of water on it. Does not the fire go out? Think about the elements of the universe. But for real, land can support water. Earth signs. Air signs can support water. We call that a rainstorm. For real. But if you put water on a fire, or for real, sometimes they have like them oil ships that they get exploded and then the oil ends up all everywhere and then there's fire on top of it. It only lasts, it doesn't dry up the ocean. It just lasts until the fire goes out. That's kind of how it is. So do that. Look up Scorpio and Leo. I dated a Scorpio. I'm a Sagittarian. I dated a Leo. We was married for 13 years. I did a Scorpio for 3. And I can't honestly tell you. I can tell you the Leo relationship was more steadfast and steady, but it had a lot of havoc. And then I can tell you that the Scorpio relationship, it was less steady, but it had a whole lot of good shit. So I can't tell you which one was better. Earth and water are a very good combination. They are. Imagine having a garden and not having water to feed it. Earth and water are a very good combination. Scorpio and Leo, 8 years. Well, I'm gonna tell you, the reason it's working out, there's a reason behind that. Don't be Ike and Tina. That's all I gotta say about that. Don't Ike and Tina that. Not everybody's the same, because when you look at your birth chart, y'all may have a whole lot of similarities that you're not considering anyway. Scorpio and Leo may do well together. I know Scorpio and Sagittarians is very, 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 very passionate. But it's like up and down and up and down and up and down. But it depends. And that was my situation. But it also depends on what's in your birth chart. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all better not Ike and Tina this. Ike, what's up? Who's this woman, Ike? No, I'm just playing. No, Ike and Tina this. But you know what? The beauty of life is that you don't have to go for your everlasting love. You can figure out if they are. If they are forever, you have time to figure that out. You don't have to necessarily, okay, now if this don't work, I got this one in queue. If this don't work, I got this one in queue. If this don't work, come on now. Live your life and don't poop in your pumpkin pie, says the help. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's really actually cool. So how do you be a Leo and a Scorpio? And August is a Scorpio, baby. So you must be an October, baby? No, you must be an October, baby. Because August starts Leo. I know, my ex-wife was born August 23rd, August 21st. So you must be an October, baby, in order to be anywhere near a week apart from a Scorpio. Because Scorpios are October to November. August, November. Yeah, that's what I said. Because you know what? My ex and I, my ex that I dated was a Scorpio. She was November 21st, so she was a cusp baby of Scorpio Sagittarian, and I was a full third decan Sagittarian, and I was born November 26th. A Thanksgiving baby. I was a holiday kid. For real, my mama for real just ate Thanksgiving dinner. Why? And then got, like for real, she ate Thanksgiving dinner and then went into labor with me. I was born that night at 9:01 p.m. For real. I ain't gonna lie. I know, and she's a Scorpio. She's a Scorpio Sag cusp. So anything between the 20th and the 22nd, 3rd, anything between the 20th and the 24th is a cusp baby. 2 days before, 2 days after. And then after that, you are fully in Scorpio. Before that, you're fully in Scorpio. After that, you're fully in Sagittarian. I don't know why I know this, but for some reason I've looked at my zodiac so many times, and I read my horoscopes, and it kind of taught me a lot about cusp, and then it taught me a lot about like being like, but when you're like a cusp baby, born 2 days before, 2 days after, it's 4 days. Between. Once you get to the 24th and on, because I was born on the 26th, I am a full Sagittarian. However, my risings are Cancer. My Jupiter's in Scorpio. My North Node is in Pisces. My South Node is in Gemini. For real. Y'all, for real. Okay? It's the craziest thing. I have like the craziest zodiac chart you can ever imagine. It drives me nuts sometimes. And it's like, where am I going? And what am I after? But I know that I'm after my North Node, my music, because both Sagittarian and Pisces are very creative people. Cancers are creative, but in a different kind of way. They find loopholes. That's what Cancers are good for. You want to know how to get with your Cancer? Find loopholes. I found that Cancers and Leos, they love the loopholes. They will find the loopholes. For real though, I ain't gonna lie, especially to live. A Leo will live. A Leo will live. They will find a loophole. Okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this, and when I say this, I mean I'm gonna tell you the latter half, and then I'm gonna tell you the greater half. The latter half is don't ever trauma bond. And the greater half is the awesome thing is that you have so much in common that you actually can come together. And that's actually beautiful. So, who is this? Y'all give me a sec. Hello? Hello? So don't trauma bond. That is like the most important part, but like because you went through like similar things, all of a sudden like what you went through as similarities. They call it like they want to say it's like a twin flame relationship. They went through the same thing you went through. You went through the same thing they went through. So don't trauma bond. But one thing I can say is if you have pumpkin pie, enjoy it. And that's some serious shit. I don't care. I don't care. We only got one life to live in this world. And you ain't about to take mine. Of course, you may ask a question. You ain't about to take mine, for real. Just don't trauma bond. Bond in a way that is positive. Because you don't want the negative to be able to enter into your relationship. And that is my advice. Do not trauma bond on what you've been through. Bond on what you can make. Now, you can ask me this question as many times as you want to, Samira. But one thing I can say is you've heard this from plenty of readers. You didn't need my help. You don't need my help. You're a Virgo and he's a Scorpion. Virgos and Scorpions actually get along very well. Y'all both have a drive, but y'all tend to ignore each other. Like you have no idea because you're so scared to ask your Virgo, and your Virgo is so internal to even address the issue, more family oriented. He makes you feel like he's more family oriented than he's about you, but he's really not. He's really about you more than he's really about his family. But as long as you push a Virgo to try to come towards you, the less of the Virgo you get. Because if it's not a family, it's about business. the last thing a Virgo thinks about is his girlfriend. And I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. And if you know Virgos, like I know Virgos, they're very work-oriented, money-making men. So if you're about his money, he gonna treat you more like his side piece than anything. Okay. Well, CJ, I'm so glad that you guys have figured this out. And since you have figured this out, then there's no reason why you should be here asking questions about them. He is in a toxic relationship. That's not your business. For real. You can't pull somebody out of some toxic shit. They gotta pull themselves out of it and realize their value. I'm sorry, Samaria. It says, for you, CJ, ground and center. This image speaks of finding home within yourself, a sense of deep inner peace, and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here, you can fly free from the grasp of survival into a place of thriving. There is trust, connection to the community, and you rely on others and joyful understanding your responsibility in turn. You are held and have a strong foundation all aspects of life. With your guard down, you have the tool to ride the wave you need. Enjoy. Everything is okay. So everything will be fine. Just everything takes time. Let me tell you something, Samaria. That is not your focus. If you're focused on somebody else, then how do you find the own joy in your life? Even if he came back, you couldn't be happy enough. Like, you'd be happy that he's back, but he'd be still going through something, with or without you. So I think you need to let him travel his own road. Because if you're there, he's going to be unhappy of what he thought he lost back in his past. And look at you, act like you the future, but you're not. That's what he thinks. But if you let him leave his past where it was, then and when he opens his eyes to his possibilities, then you come in, that will be a turning point. But if you continue to chase somebody that is hurt, you will only get hurt. Hurt people hurt people. Now, CJ is in a different situation, but Samaria, you're in a different situation as well. Thank you, CJ. He's in a situation and he has a lesson to learn. Judgment. And if you try to step in, you're only going to get burned in his fire. Like, he'll always say, well, you tried to break us up. Well, don't put yourself in a situation. But when he's ready to smile and walk on sunshine again, if it's meant for you, you will meet up again. Because whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. Ever. But if you sit there and wait for this man to break up with this girl and he hasn't healed and you try to step right in like you Queen of Sheba, you ain't getting shit but left to. You worried he loved me for 20 years. How are you worried somebody loved you for 20 years? If somebody loved you for 20 years, sometimes for 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, you won't have to let them do their own thing. Because 20 years is a long time to sleep with one damn person for them to not go through a midlife crisis. Have you ever heard of that shit? Like, get your life. Let them go through it. For real. I'd rather them go through the mountain than around it. I'd rather them go through the mountain than meet them at the entrance. Let them do it. If it's fated, he will be there. And it doesn't matter how many, Miss Samaria, it doesn't matter how many questions you ask me, the answer is still going to be the same because he's not with you. So there's nothing I can do to help you. And I sure won't feed you no BS. You can be in the same spot that person is, but you need to have more patience. If you try to make something happen, I promise you it'll end up in ruin. Especially if it ends with somebody's feelings that you cannot control. You can't control what other people feel, regardless of how many years you were together. I met people that were together for 20 years and then they ended up not together no more. And then 10 years later, they got back together. But that's when they both had time to change and see a different perspective. You cannot rush fate. It just is what it is. And I've seen people together for 20 years, 50 years, they got a divorce, and they never got back together again to their dying day. So you cannot rush fate, and what's meant for you will never pass you by. Okay, Samaria, explain exactly how it is. And then I'm going to give you your ending of excuses. Period. ... Hi, Angela. Because I'm not going to answer too many more questions, especially when you don't have a cash app to give. Explain to me. Good evening, Angela. Very nice to meet you. I know. My frequent subscribers, I know. And you are very new. How are you doing, sweet love? See, CJ, I get irritated with people trying to like make me say that they're going to get what they want, and it's not like that, and it's this, that, and the other. But honestly, if you look at everything she said, it is exactly like what I said. She said it, I didn't. For real. Oh, thank you, Angelica. I appreciate you. Angelica, I'm so sorry I said it crazy. No, you're not sorry. And yes, I was very happy to answer, CJ. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know what? glad to have a family of people who are trying to open their eyes to greatness. I'm not going to be forced into answering a question in the way that you want me to, because that is not healthy, not for me and not for you. Like, I feel bad if I lied to somebody about their cards or the reality of their situation. I also feel great if I gave somebody, thank you so much for your confirmation. If I gave somebody some super ass advice about something that's going on that is good or that is, I feel better being honest than I feel about lying. And I'm not going to lie to nobody. That's not my way. I'm live every day. Every day, once a day. The reason I'm live every day and only once a day, because I come on here for hours at a time. So I think my last live was 4 hours. I come on here hours at a time. So I'm live once a day. When I tried to split it up, it kind of didn't work so well for me. I'm just saying. So I'd rather come on here live for 4 hours at a time, 3 hours at a time, 2 hours at a time, than to come on here every 30 minutes, shuffling cards like everybody else does. Because you know what? I'm not everybody else. That's the uniqueness of me, is because I'm an intuitive reader. I can pull any card. Look at all these decks. Y'all look at all these decks. I can pull any card I want to. Any card. It's not about that. It's about logic. This is why they call it Logic Tarot. And that's why I'm Ace of Wands. When I was young, I was an Ace of Wands. But now I'm a Hierophant. I've been taught my direction. And you know what, CJ? You sure right about that. And I'm not even going to lie. Somehow, in your brain, when I don't come on here, in my brain comes this major guilt, you're fulfilling, but not your prophecy. It is not even a joke. I feel like, wait, what do you want from me now? So I come, and when I come clean. I know people don't necessarily like what I have to say sometimes, but I don't look at the person you were with. I look at you. Hi, Vanshanka. Ask Vanshanka. She's one of my everyday visitors. She's always here. Ask her, how are you, sweet love? I don't lie to her. I don't lie, and my cards don't lie either. Ask her. Vanshanka's one of my frequents. She's always here because she knows. And I'm, for real, all my subscribers, and I have 24K views or something like that, but only 250 subscribers. And this is why. Because a lot of people want to hear what they want to hear. But when they hear what they want to hear and it doesn't happen, they think that their reader is a lie. But lies don't make friends. And everybody that is subscribed on my page, they become friends. I love me some Vanshanka. She asked a lot of questions. She tried to make a whole read about it. I love me some Vanshanka because she's always present, and I will answer her because she's always here. She always comes through for me. So what can I say but endear? And that's it. All right, CJ, Vanshanka, Angelica, everybody. Y'all know it's time. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. I have to go to the restroom, like for real. Everybody has like their natural things that they have to do, but I'm not going to cut you off. I won't pause the video. I will just be right back. Okay. And if you're still here, great. You're still here. If you're not still here, I'm so sorry. Welcome to Ace of Wands. Too many skeptics and rude people. That's what I'm saying, CJ. There's a lot of skeptics. There's a lot of rude people, but there's a lot of people out here. It's not even them. They've been lied to. I'll show you when I get back, if you're still here, what I am talking about. Take care if you gotta go. I can't wait to see you again. I hope you come back. Okay, you gonna be here? Let me just go to your restroom real quick. I don't even have to take my dog out. I just gotta go to the restroom. My dog is fine. I took him out before I started. Oh, thank y'all so much for your patience. Oh, God. Thank y'all so much for your patience. So, okay. So I'm going to show you something. I bought this book, YouTube Formula. Now, the YouTube Formula says that when all these people out here create a video, they create something that is catching. I've read it on my YouTube before. Maybe Van Trumka was here as well. They create a video that is catching. However, have you ever clicked on one of these tarot videos and it has like nothing to do with the title that they put on there? And it's like, really, you put that strong title on there, however, the video is not exactly saying that. And I don't hate on other like YouTube subscribe makers. I don't hate on other readers. The thing that I hate on is people doing shit for dollars. Now, excuse me for saying, and I do agree, I do have my Cash App listed below. However, I'm not reading for you for a Cash App. Ask Vinchanka. She ain't never sent me one. I'm done with that. So she's never sent me one, but I always read for Vinchanka. She's never sent me one, but I always read for her because she always is here. So why should I say no? Sometimes a payment or a support, let me put it like that, a supporter is the person that actually shows up and believes in you. And that's what I love about Vinchanka. Thank you, Angelica. That's what I love about her. She supports me. So sometimes me and Vinchanka, we get into it. We be like, all right, Vinchanka, stop, Vinchanka, stop. And she'll keep asking, and she's sweet, and she's lovely, and she's very kind about it. But I love that she's always here, which is why I will always answer her question. One, now after I answer one, she come up with 20, try to take over my chat box, but okay. And liked your video and a notification bell. Thank you, Vinchanka. I appreciate you're always here, but I guess I appreciate more that you see why I created this channel. Because I watched tarot channels and they had great headlines and they had all these cards come out, but they were never read properly because I could read. After a while, I could read what the card said. And I said, that's not what that card said. Why are you lying? And Angelina, I'm more than happy that if you snapped or clicked or whatever on my channel, I'm so happy that you did. You please share my channel if you can with your friends. I mean, the more the merrier. But the reason I do this is because it took me years and years and years. I've been watching YouTube channels for years. I've been reading about what cards mean for years. And I don't even like the textbook and I like it in a way because it has a guide. But in a way, I have nothing to give you on Cash App. Look, Vinchanka, nor have I asked you for anything, but I still read for you. All you gotta do is share it. Do whatever you can. Copy and paste, my Cash App, my this, my that, like stars do. Like everybody, like Beatrice do. That's all you gotta do. And it's not even about the Cash App. My email, so I can help out other people. It's 3 in the morning and it's 3:33 in the morning in India. Vinchanka, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And don't think that I don't appreciate you. I really, really, really do. And I do, because I read for you regardless of what question you ask. And I really appreciate you always being here. What are the intentions of you know what? I just appreciate the love that others give towards me. When I first started this channel in 2019, I thought that I was just doing it to read cards. So I tried to do textbook, and textbook just didn't work. I had 19 viewers for 4 years. But this last year, when I decided to come into myself, it went from 19 viewers to however many viewers I have right now, 200 and something viewers. The more I come into myself, the more understanding I have with other people. And then Vinshanka, I told you not to fight with that person. Vinshanka, did I not tell you not to fight with that person? Vinshanka, I want you to have the love that you want, but you can't go around boxing everybody, because if I were to be honest with you, sweet baby, they wasn't the one to hurt you in the first place. You just boxing everybody that act like the one that hurt you. And you need to stop. Your dance teacher. You fought with your dance teacher. What does that say? Somebody that was trying to elevate you, you fought with them. What does that say? If you don't want to be elevated in dance, don't dance. What did I tell you, Vinshanka? What does that say? And you know this. I told you not to fight with that person. I did last week, a week ago. I think you thought it was about somebody else, but no, Vinshanka, don't fight with that person. Somebody's trying to elevate you. Why would you hire a dance person if you hired a dance person to fight with them? I'm going to tell you people's intentions. Vinshanka, I'm going to tell you this. There are a lot of people trying to get in that you have blocked out. It doesn't matter if it's your teacher, your sister, your mommy, your daddy, your boyfriend, girlfriend, probably boyfriend, whatever you got going on. Vinshanka, you can't fight everybody and expect them to stay. I once had a girlfriend and she said, when you fight with your lover, that means you love them. Actually, that means you're testing them. And not everybody, not everybody wants to be a doctor, so they don't take the test for their doctorate. Some people just want to pass the college tests, the TSAs, the I don't fucking know. Like, some people just want somebody that accept them for who they are. Like, you can't keep testing over testing, especially when you're the learner. You're the one that needs to learn these lessons. It's not meant for them to learn because they didn't go through the same thing you did. So stop fighting with people. Okay? Just because you paid somebody. Let me say it like this. I'm a spiritual guide. Some people pay me for reading, but you do not. Yet, Vinshanka, and the only thing on my list right now, some people pay just to be on a long list of other people. But you're the only one here right now. Okay? Are you willing to learn a lesson? Are you willing to learn how to dance? He touches you on your elbow. You don't worry about an elbow until he touches you on your ass. Now that is childhood wounding. It has nothing to do with him, baby. Look, when you teach somebody, sometimes you try and attempt to hold their hand. He's trying to hold you through it. But if he touched you in your behind, your front part, your lower back, touch you on your breast area, then I would have an issue. Try to kiss you, hit him in it, kick him in his ass, knock him in the balls. But because he touched you or your elbow, like you had like some PTSD moment, that has nothing to do with him. If you watch any dancer movies, start watching dancer movies and see how many of the dance instructors touch an elbow. Right here. He didn't do like this. He did like this. He didn't come like this. He did like this. He didn't come like this. He did like this. He did like this. You have some inner child wounding that you need to get over before you have any relationship whatsoever, because you can't even take the dance lesson in which you paid for that you wanted. No, I gave you your last reading, and that is your reading. You need to figure out why you feel so like you'll destroy an entire career because somebody touched you on an elbow versus touch you on a more intimate place. If he touched you on the neck, okay, feel scared. Touch you on the breast, okay, feel scared. Touch you in the private, okay, feel scared. On the back, even on the upper back, lower back, okay, feel scared. But you're scared because somebody touched you on the elbow. Now you need to figure out why. Stop trying to go around the mountain. Go through it. Because trying to blame somebody else because they touched you on the elbow ain't it. Benjanka, it doesn't matter if I picked cards. You still know I'm right. But okay. You want a card or two? Awareness. Okay. Slow down. Because you're over here trying to make your burden their burden. So do I have to keep picking my cards for you? Because my cards going to say the same thing I say. So if he touched you in a lovable way, get a new teacher. Go somewhere else. People act like they can't move around if they feel uncomfortable. It's like saying, I know that I want a new home. Today, I got approved to go to a new home because I feel uncomfortable here. So I'm going to stay here because, and I already got approved, I can get approved for a new home. Well, I guess, why would I stay then? If I'm uncomfortable here. If you're uncomfortable, move around. Don't say, and then you're going to come up with, oh, but this is the best school that I can get into. Well, okay. You're going to keep coming in my inbox. Like I told you, you always do nothing but Vinshanka, a selfishness that I cannot explain. But trust me, if you're not willing to hear anything that anybody is saying but you, then maybe that's the issue in the first place. Well, I'm so sorry. Figure it out. And that's going to be my answer to your question until you stop. My dog is like you. I let him out the kennel and he goes plays for a little while. But as soon as I let him near me, everything about him is supposed to be my responsibility. Like, I take him out to the restroom, I give him water, I feed him. He comes back because he wants his belly rubbed for 2 and 3 and 4 hours. And then if I do that, then he wants to sleep in my bed. And if I do that, then he wants to push on my chest in the middle of the night and keep me up all night. I can't. I'm so sorry, Ashanka. You're going to have to figure some shit out on your own. Hi, Rashima. What's going on, sweet baby? Because me telling you shit ain't working. You about as stubborn as you is in this situation. Hi, Rashima. Why we always got to do Vinshanka right now? Vinshanka coming through. How you doing, baby? She has about 30 questions. 30 questions. No, she only get one. How you doing, sweet baby? Like, how was your day? And she still ain't gave me my like yet. I'm mad about it. It's okay. And you know what, Vinshanka, I don't even know if she's on my subscriber list. I gotta check it. No, I ain't gonna check. I'm gonna trust. I trust. Lord Savior, Jesus Christ, angels, ancestors, spirits, they will all tell me what's up. So, how you been, Miss Rashima? And what is your question? What you want, Miss Baby? What you need? I'm about to, like, seriously, once I'm done with this segment, I'm about to go put some music on in my living room. Rashima. I'm gonna go don't go nowhere, Rashima. You always leave. Don't you go nowhere. I gotta go get some ice. And I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna answer your dang on question. Because I am going to make sure that whatever I answer for your question is the most accurate of answers. Don't you go nowhere. Ice, right back. But I want to make sure I word this correctly. And I do have an answer. Okay. This is what I was told. What goes up and what goes down must come up. They don't call it retrograde. Sometimes it's a different planet in retrograde. Sometimes it's a different, and as that planet is in retrograde, there's a different planet in the sun. So will things get better? Yes, it's just a matter of, will you recognize the better days, better days, better days? Because you maybe have like one bad day, but the sting of that day lasts a week or a month. Like one of my bad days has lasted all month. And I'm gonna tell you, Rashima, there's no such thing as an easy life. That's the truth. People think that just because they're rich and have all the money in the world, that their life is easy. But how many rich people have rich kids out here acting a fool? They can't keep them out of jail without paying thousands and millions and billions of dollars. Or people think that if they live in an apartment and have a pool. I live in an apartment and have a pool, and I still got to move out of here. So it's about this. Can you enjoy the moment? If you are central, or if you're in the USA, can you please just start a barbecue pit, have a cookout? You and just your kids. Eat. Have a good night. Watch movies. Are you going to make everything about what you can't have or what you can't do? The longer you look at things in a negative way, the longer the negative happens. Because spirit reads. When they say spirit, not only is spirit reading your spirit, not only are you reading spirit, but spirit is reading yours too. Can you just have one night of hamburger meat and salad and macaroni and cheese? Mix macaroni and cheese with the hamburger meat and add some corn, a canned corn to it, because it's so good. Garlic, salt, and pepper. And a salad. And some ranch dressing or whatever your favorite is. Can you not smile during the movie you're watching together? Even if it's just on the weekends. When your vibration changes, spirit will change with your vibration. So will the universe, so will God, so will all of them. They will follow your lead. And as long as you look at things as if it's negative, then negative you shall get. But if you look at things in a positive way, like for instance, yes, I have to move out of here. But I was supposed to wait for a long line of paperwork. It was supposed to be, 6 weeks long. It's nice to have friends in high places. Because I only had to wait for 2. I got my paperwork 2 weeks later. And I only emailed them, Thursday of last week, because I didn't want to use it. But if it wasn't going to happen in time, then I had to go and create an influence. And it happened. And I couldn't do anything but show this person gratitude for what they did for me. So the question is, I have to move out of here, but I also found out that I can buy a house by moving out of here. It's in the paperwork. I can buy a house if I move out of here. Out of an apartment, I can actually buy a house with a backyard and a front one and grow a garden and create my own life. And I have to give up a little bit of nothing to do it. So I found out these things. Now, what am I going to do with this knowledge? But implement it. Not everything that you think is bad is bad. Sometimes God sits your ass down so you can get to know who you with. Things really do work out for the best in the end. Thank you, T. They really do. And what's meant for you will never pass you by. And I thought I was going to have to wait 2 months to get a response. I waited 2 weeks. This is the second week of the month. You know what? You want to find a job? Apply for more than one. The first awesome thing you can do is apply for a job that is way underqualified for you. Because an income is an income and a bill can be paid. But while you have that job, you can apply for the job that you were qualified for. A lot of people want to jump over the mountain or jump in the middle of the mountain before they hit the mountain top. But there's no issue in working at a convenience store until you get the government job you want. And then when they ask why you had to apply at that convenience store, tell them because your application process is so long, I had to do what I had to do to support my family. There are always, like T said, hidden blessings in everything. All you have to do is try. That's why God Source Universe put all those now hiring signs in front of your face that you don't want to go for. But will those now hiring signs pay your bills? At least more than one. Yes. It's like saying, I want to be a musician. I want to sing for the rest of my life. But I don't want to get a job. No, you're going to have to get a job because you got to pay bills for today. But I can put my music on every avenue and by tomorrow or the next day or the next day or the next day, one of them might hit. You just kind of never know. And as well as your job too. Apply for what can help you out so you don't lose everything. Because you don't have to lose everything. But you sure can live with something. And you may be able to to eat macaroni and cheese ground beef and some garlic salt with some pepper and the macaroni and cheese and ground beef. And a salad. You got to make from hand. You got to come up with. And you may have to do that. Because you got to keep yourself healthy, wealthy, and strong. You may have to do that for a little while because macaroni and cheese is cheap. So is ground beef. And so some garlic salt. So a can of corn. Put the can of corn in there. Trust me. Make it sweet too. It cleans up that sweet tooth. And then you got, but when I was a kid, you know what we ate? Before I even got to this. And I can't say that my life is the best. But you know what we ate? We ate bread and syrup, heated up in the microwave. That's what my mama gave. But at least I was fed. A fat ass, chunky little girl, too. And I was okay with being a fat ass, chunky little girl. And I'm still chunky now. And I did lose all that weight. I was at 127 pounds. And I gained a little chunk back. And I'm okay with that. Because chunk mean I'm fed. May not be the best of meals. Like the healthier ones. But I do what I got to do. Y'all, you remember, Rashima, back in the day, in the 80s, when mama wanted to only feed you the bread with the syrup on it and put it in the microwave? You remember that? Just to keep you looking like you did, that she was doing something. Steal food from the grocery store? For real. That's the only real meal you had like once a week? Unless you went to jail for it? I'm a hood baby. But I also remember where I came from. I always want to remember where I'm going. And I want to remember both so I can have a trajectory. So start where you got to start and never give up. Because giving up is a lie. And that's what I have to say about that. At least you have macaroni and cheese, ground beef, and some corn with a salad. You got that, don't you? For real. Garlic, salt, and pepper. That's all you need. The cheapest ingredients to make a decent meal. You can buy 20 boxes of macaroni and cheese with $20. Or 30 boxes, 15 boxes of macaroni and cheese with $20. You can buy, ground beef is like, $5 a pound, $8 a pound, $7 a pound, whatever, depending on the grade of ground beef you buy. You can feed. You can provide. And it starts out hard. You can go through this mountain, not around it. Don't cheat yourself. So you always know how strong you is. Every step you make forward. Every step. Every step. Every step. Every step. Every step. God actually walks beside you the sands of time. And read that. Figure out what the sands of time is. Look it up on the internet. The sands of time. Time is linear, but God is always walking with you. I'm so sorry I got so serious, but Rashima, you're my baby. You know. You know. T, what's up, baby? Y'all know. Y'all, T, you know. And we know where we came from. Everybody's like, will I pass my exams? Well, you can afford exams? Like you went to school and you at the exam station and you acting like, what if you didn't get to the exams? Because some people didn't. Hi, Beatrice. Hi, baby. Some people didn't get to the damn exams. You got to the exam part and you don't want to study for it? Get your ass off YouTube and study for your damn exam. Because some of us didn't get to the damn exam. Some of us got fed through the hand God gave us. Everything is a test. So pass your exam and I'll pass mine. And you give me tea, right? You get what I'm saying, right? Pass your exam, and I'll pass mine. I'm a God-given exam. All you got to do is read a book to get past yours. That's the crazy thing. God gave me a life exam. They didn't give me one that is written in books. So if you got a book exam, you crazy not to go and study for your damn test. At least you got a book to guide you to where you're supposed to be at. I didn't get one. You are very welcome, Rashima. We were not born with a book or a to-do list or a this is how you live. We were not born with that. We were born in the life in which created us. So we don't live or stay in it. But we also always keep going and strive for more. I don't want to, even though my ancestors are awesome, fucking geniuses, got me where I am today. And if it wasn't for the long list of people, the slaves, the prohibitionists, the people that were there during the Martin Luther King March, and all of these people with my bloodline lived to create a me. I will not give up. Not on what they created, which was a me. So don't give up, Rashima. Don't give up, T. Don't give up, Beatrice. Don't give up. Spaniards, African Americans, everyone here, don't give up. Hi, Phoenix. How are you doing, sweet love? I used to have a Phoenix necklace, but hard times come with hard times. I have to go get it back. Y'all don't give up. I love all of you. And I'm going to tell you this today. Don't give up. Ever. You fight as long as you have legs. And if you don't have legs, I guess we're going to fight in a wheelchair then. Toro! I don't give a shit. I'm still do it. Don't give up. I want all of you to know this. Not to any man, woman, or child. You whoop a child ass. You kick a man out. And you keep going. And give him macaroni and cheese, hamburger meat. Oh, yeah, for real. Oh, okay, baby. Okay, tell them. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. So, okay, you want chicken nuggets this week? Why don't you have a chicken nugget attitude? Don't give up. Then I give you macaroni and cheese, ground beef, corn, and chicken nuggets. One or 2 days a week. Okay, y'all, I'm playing. I'm not playing, but I need to stop playing. Okay, so does anybody have any more questions, Rashima? Because Rashima, I love you, baby. And you know that. T, I love you, baby. Beatrice, I love you. And I'm not playing with y'all. I do not. I want y'all mothers out here to respect the fact that you would not have a child in this world if it wasn't meant for you. And that is your legacy. If you have a child, there's somebody to come after you. Even your reincarnation. And get your life. So where we at? Ladies, questions, answers, just listening. One thing I do know is I don't ever want to do your affirmations. I don't know where everybody went. They got silent all of a sudden. Rashima, you still here? T, you still here? Okay, what would you like to know, sweet love? Casino. Now you already know what I'm about to say about that. But go ahead and do your thing. All right, T, I'm so glad you're still here. I really am happy you're still here. Thank you, love. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, sweet. Casino, what's your question, sweet baby? You don't know what I know, what I know. How do I get my hands on some fentanyl? What is fentanyl? What is fentanyl? Fedia? What is no? Fedia is not spelled like that. What is fentanyl? Come on, stop playing me like a game. I'm not a Nintendo. And for real, you want to go play with Nintendo? Go play with your kids. Fentanyl. 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 You want to know how to get your hands on some fentanyl? If you don't get off my motherfucking page, I don't give a shit how you get your hands on some fentanyl. I'm not gonna poison somebody just so you can have a little extra cash. Get the fuck. I'm not. I know, T. You told me in a way in which I saw it. Thank you, T. Now, whoever the fuck asked me, Casino, get your stupid ass off my page. It's like asking me how you can find some heroin. I am not about to do it. You want some fentanyl? Then go take your fentanyl ass to a fentanyl doctor and get some fentanyl. If you can't get fentanyl, I dare you and could come and ask me one more time while I stick my foot up your ass. First thing, I said, listen here, young man. First thing, I'm not a man. And secondly, if I was a young man, you wouldn't be asking me how to get what you want. Grow the fuck up, little boy. And it's not like I don't know where it is. I do. But I ain't got shit to do with you. I don't do that. Fuck on. You want fentanyl? Fentanyl my foot in your ass. I'm angry because fentanyl is meant to be sold. And yes, Beatrice, block them if you're not here. I will more than be happy to make T one of my administrators. Do I know how to read? You, A, please don't come in with that shit. Thank you. Block A2. Why would I want to buy? Why would I get somebody some fentanyl? Do you know what fentanyl does to people? And do you know what they make out of fentanyl? Can I tell you all the multiple of drugs that have fentanyl in it? How crazy do people think I am? Fentanyl, I will fit my foot and gnaw ass. Nope. I don't do that no more. That's not my life. I choose this one. So get your asses on. Fentanyl. How disrespectful are you? Come on my page asking for fentanyl. Oh, not even that. All in the public, but even if it wasn't public, I'll still say no. I don't care what the fuck you want. Go sell drugs on your own time. Here, T, do you mind if I make you a moderator? Please? Just because you're here sometimes too. I mean, you're here when some of my other moderators aren't here. You're here too. Would you mind? Fentanyl. Y'all, come on. You know what? And honestly, T, I gave up weed too. But my issue is that, and I used to smoke like a hell a lot of blunts. Like for real, like there's some things I shouldn't say on live. But I used to smoke a hell of a lot of blunts. Like I used to have like 5 pounds to myself of different flavors. But one thing I can say is I stopped smoking because I realized that it was just another way. But then I found another way, and then another way. There's an entire lot of, and I want to tell all of you this, and to be honest, there's an entire lot of inner child healed wounding. I even have to go through myself. That's why I really encourage you all to do it, because you give up one habit to go to another, to go to another, to go to another, to go to another. So you stop smoking blunts, then you start smoking cigarettes, then you stop smoking cigarettes, but then you end up at like a insane massive shopper and living above your means. Like you have to go through these steps of self-evaluation in order to move through it, and it takes time. Y'all have no idea where I came from. Not even a little bit. I used to take Exos. I used to snort powder. I used to be in the club every night, and I used to, like, my addiction became women. I used to do a lot of things. Can y'all get this fentanyl person out of my sight? No, I didn't smoke Reggie. Actually, I smoked Reggie and Dro, all in the same blunts. I bought a pound of Reggie and a pound of Dro. So don't fucks with me, little boy. You're just a kid out here playing little toy. Get your ass on. I had an equal opportunity. If you don't get your ass on out my face, I will stick my foot in your mouth. I said I grew up gangster style, and I did. And if any young man who loves fentanyl want to come over here, I have a gang of people stick their foot in his ass. Y'all have no idea who I am. And one thing I know is I'm out. But it don't take nothing, because of all the respect I gave to the streets, to get somebody up in here, to have somebody stick their foot in that ass. Gang of respect. I know, David. I'm really, I try to have, I'm really, y'all, I try to live in this love and light. I want to, and I try to stay here. I try to live within my chest, my heart, my soul here. But David, you know, because if you didn't know, you wouldn't say that. That I ain't playing with him. I'm not at all. And if anybody found out that he was saying this to me, they come find him without my permission. So stop playing with me. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Not at all. I had a life before this, and sure will have one after. Let me just collect myself. But David, camarada, tú sabes, camarada. I know the Fetty make people trip, and he tripping, and probably because he ain't got nothing. He out here looking on YouTube internet for what he need. How the hell and who the hell are you? Okay, I'll stop. But tú sabes, camarada. Tú sabes. Don't play me. I got too many friends in high places for people to fuck with me like that. But I don't make moves like that no. And they mad about it. Not mad, sad. They still hug me, kiss me on the forehead, love me. So keep playing with me like that. He was tripping. Beatrice, he was tripping. So, okay, y'all, let me get my love and light back, because, oh my God, I'm really trying to lead that life. I really don't ever want to go back. It was more fear than it was anything else. Thank you, David. Thank you. And that's all I got to say about that. I don't need a chata. I don't need none of that to beat you. Thank you, David. And you see this. I don't have to sleep with nobody. I don't have to cheat you. Matter of fact, my games will outbeat you. I don't have to do it. I just live the love and light that I want. So this is the thing. I didn't try it. My hair is, my actual natural hair is this long. This is just extra hair that ladies buy. But the reason I keep it is because it's curly and like braided. Like I don't need it, but it's curly and braided, so I like it. I don't have to like curl up and braid my own hair. I'm too lazy for that. I have other things to focus on. But I do, like my natural hair is like this hair part, my man bun comes down to here. So it's not like it's fake. It's just that, well, it is fake, but if I wanted my real hair, it would still come down to my shoulders. Thank you so much. And you know, you should name yourself that. For real. Yeah, they are prescription. And Sean John. Excuse me. Excuse me. My necklace is all it was braided by a lesbian artist. And then I also usually keep a phoenix around my neck, but it's taking its time. You're more of a Shaq guy. Shaq is like if I were to be honest, and I don't mean to offend you, if you like more of a Shaq guy, Shaq is like Walmart. I don't must have money. I don't must have money to keep myself up. The thing is, you have to learn how to take care of what you got until you get more. Shaq, so you love the N1s from Walmart? Shaq makes N1s. But it's not that I even have anything against N1. N1, I love me some N1. For real, they make like some like really awesome clothes. I'm not money bag like you. Let me give you your prop. For real. N1 is actually like Shaq is an N1, and then that Shaq makes like the Walmart shoes. You know what? Like for real, I got Walmart shoes in my closet that are like Shaq shoes. I'm not even gonna lie. And Shaq made N1. They live as hell. They live as hell. For real. This shirt, this t-shirt right here, it says New York Guest. Guest though is not made in New York. Therefore, I guess this I'm no New York guessing this came from a discount store. The most expensive thing I have on my body is my Ferragamo belt. That's it. That's it. These pants came from a discount store. My socks, I guess they make it Walmart. Like for real, don't do that. Trump or Biden? Fuck a Trump. He fucked us up for too many years. I've actually had more relaxed living, even though we have had Goodwill Goon. Okay, you a Goodwill Goon, that's cool. I don't shop at Goodwill though. Unless I'm just buying like trinkets or something like that. Like every discount counts. I'll even go to like the pawn shop and buy like something like real live new shit. But as far as that's you and you smoke mid too. I don't smoke weed. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. I don't smoke weed. I'll show you my last UA, which happened like 2 days ago. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke mid. I smoke dro if I was to smoke. And I mean like high class dro. Like I'll sell you like low, mid. I'll sell you mid and some Reggie before I smoke some low class. I buy myself high class and sell you some bullshit. Get your ass out. You're drunk bottom shelf then. No, I'm a Hennessy drinker. I drink Hennessy. I do have wine right now because I like wine on my regular days. But if I go out, I drink Hennessy. That's that a $9 drink. If you don't get your ass on something you can't afford, you can try to put me in a box of what you want to, but it's not gonna work. I'm so sorry. And where do I live? None of your goddamn business. So I like Welch's. Oh my God. David, shut up, please. Please shut up. Please shut up. Welch's don't even make alcohol, idiot. So what you like, Welch's grape juice? Good for you. Oh God, please stop. You called me a bottom shelf drinker, and then you said, may I repeat? No, that's you. You smoke. I smoke mid, and then you say I'm insulting you. Okay, go and do what you gotta do. I drink wine. Why did I let? Beatrice, are you still in here? Well, I'm wondering where can you find a four Ferragamo belts, four Ferragamo belts. Hold on, Beatrice. Let me clear this up. Where can you find four Ferragamo belts, and then you have a closet full of Jordans, a house chef you can't even explain, and you're so worried about where this T-shirt came from? Well, maybe you the lame. It's just a T-shirt. It's just a button-down pair of jeans. But I promise you, everyone other than you asked me where where my mall shelf came from. You really kind of ain't producing nothing. Like nothing. Like nothing. Like nothing. I didn't say I had money bags. I say I quit that. That's on you. Sit on there, penny pincher. All you're gonna do is get what you gotta give and end up broke a week later, and then you gotta spend your girlfriend's money in order to get more. And nobody want to hear you while you're sitting on the couch wandering on the porch. Nobody wants to hear you. I've been there, and I know what you're doing. Get the fuck on. Thank you, and so much. I've been there, and it's beneath me. It is beneath me. I make music. I have talent. All you have is talk shit. You, David Pincher, who's the same person as Pussy Liberal. You ain't liberal nothing. If you don't understand underclassmen, because you are that. Bring your blue collar ass here. Bring your blue collar ass here. Where is your super job? Are you trading stocks? Because I do. I have other endeavors in selling drugs. And I show I'm giving no information to you. So, yeah, I said it online. I sold drugs back in the past when I was a kid. You still do dumbass shit. So what am I about you for? You don't work at Google. You a whole ass lie. Nope. You don't work at Google. You wouldn't be on YouTube if you worked at Google. You'd actually be doing your job. That's a whole lie. That's a lie if I ever heard it. I mean, for real. Liar. I should put it on the chat box. Look, the D ain't the bomb. For real. Half of y'all D, it like don't even work right. Or y'all just in there for the enjoyment, and half the women out here ain't even getting off until they meet me. I kept a straight woman for 3 years from the D. Do not play me. And I kept a gay woman for 13. The D ain't shit. I got one in my closet if they want it. And that made it more than yours. So, I'm sorry. You're speaking to the expert, like you said. You're speaking to the expert, and I don't got time for you. Well, that is something to be proud of. I beat you on any given day. She'll show up at your house one day a week, and she's at mine at 6. I beat you. Come on. Okay, so can we get, Beatrice, can we get all these off of here? Because they're just nonsense. Yeah, coming from a lesbian. If you could have, I've already tried the men. Men are gross. As much as you think I'm gross, you're gross too. Disgusting. Like for real. But they ain't shit. I tried the man. Matter of fact, recently, I said, let me give it a try one more good time. And I said, this shit is nasty. I mean, for real, I had to go to the doctor twice for some nasty penis. Don't nobody want your nasty penis. Not a little bit. For real. Talking about you have a UTI. You have a vaginal infection. Nobody wants to keep taking pills over your nasty fucking penis, little bitches. Get your mind right and get the fuck on. For real, with your sores on it. For real. Ain't no sores on this one. Moving right along. For real. How many of you women out here had to go to the doctor over their bullshit? And then Beatrice, we discussed the other day, they don't want to go get checked because they know they got something wrong with them. Them motherfuckers been leaking for days, weeks, months. Get your leaky ass on. Oh my God. Hello, how are you doing? But thank you for calling me a queen. I appreciate you. Sorry for bumping y'all faces. That, excuse me. No. Don't do men. Don't do guys. Don't do nothing. STD guy. I am so glad you have the STD. No. It's a no. It's a no. It doesn't matter who was here first. It's a no. Beatrice, what's going on with you, sweet baby? I'm tired. I'm about to like end this live because it just kind of don't make no sense no more. STD guy. You were tired too, Beatrice. I'm tired too. STD guy. I'm not trying to be rude, but it is time for this shit to be over. First of all, some African guy. I don't fuck with somebody that call themselves some African guy, and then I don't fuck with people who call themselves STD guy. Well, I have no love to tell you. If you put yourself out there like that, then I guess you put yourself out there like that. But it's just not for me to read for you. I'm not going to send you a female that I know is going to get hurt by you. That is not my agenda. And you both seem like the same guy. Is knowing anything about me besides it's not about you being African. For real. I talk to plenty of Nigerians. It's still a no. For real. I'm not going to date somebody online outside of my country. Wait for you to get here so we can get married so you can stay. I am not doing it. And then STD guy, I am not going to introduce you to some woman knowing that you call yourself STD guy. I am not doing it. So if either of you want a date, I suggest you talk to the people in which you want to. You wanted a guy, you introduce you to a guy knowing you have an STD. I am not doing it. Sorry. Go meet a man. Go out there. Do it yourself. Because it's not going to be on me. I said no. Nobody wants any of your sloppy seconds. I don't date men for you to have a sloppy second. So sorry. Beatrice, you see this? Like this person has 14 different chat lines. And they can't prove themselves right to begin with. That is the cutest thing. All I can say is no. And no is what it is. It's a no. I mean, that's like some ugly stuff. I don't know why I get these trollers. Go on, troll. Bye, troll. Bye, troll. Here's liberal back. Bye, troll. 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 Bye, trolls. Bye, trolls. Bye, trolls. Bye, trolls. I don't got time for it. I don't give a shit who disagree about what you trying to offer me. Again, I am celibate. I don't need anything in him. By trolls. And here comes another one. By troll. By troll. By troll. By troll. By troll. See, my moderator gonna take care of you. Every line you got. By trolls. By trolls. I know so many trolls. I know Beatrice. So what we gonna do is good night, sweet love. We gonna get up off of here, because, I mean, for real. I wouldn't suggest a relationship with none of them. It's not even worth it. Like, how hurt can you be? Hurt people. So if I sent a hurt person to you, I would literally not be worth a damn. So I'm telling y'all see this shit going on in the inbox. It's just because they haven't been through their dark night of the soul and scared to go through it. What they trying to do is hurt somebody because they hurt, and it ain't worth it. Hurt people. And I'm not even really hurt about it. And neither are you, Miss Beatrice, and neither anybody else still in this chat line. We're not really hurt about it. You're not hurting my feelings. You're just really proving how inadequate you are as a human being to even be loved. You just won't let go of the pain and what you experience. You keep trying to hurt somebody, and you don't even know the problem is, Miss Beatrice, they don't even know the people they trying to hurt. They have no idea who they are, but they keep trying to create destruction wherever they can. Have you remember, like, Columbine, when the kid went into the school and he didn't, half the students that he shot up in the school and in a school, and the kid went in there and shot up an entire goddamn school and really didn't know who he was killing. He just killed because he was hurt. That is a pain you kind of just never want to get involved with. So they'll come on with a new name, talking about trying to put themselves out there as if they're looking for a woman. Don't engage with hurt people. Don't do it. If when you meet somebody, meet them on your own terms and not on here. Because people will continue to try to invoke the violence and which have been created in their own heart. And it is not worth it. And I'm right about this, Miss Beatrice. Just don't do it. Look at this peanut person. Wonder where I got my dog from. I actually rescued my dog. My dog is not hurt. I've had my dog since he was 3 weeks old. He's not hurt. He's actually doesn't remember hurt in his life. He's 3 weeks old. What baby remembers pain? It's like a baby that was born and maybe the mother couldn't push his shoulders out and they had to dislocate his shoulders and reset it. And yes, the pain hurt, but they still had a good mother. Hurt people try to hurt people, and they're not deserving of your attention. You see what I'm saying when I say, Miss Beatrice, take your time. Take your time. He's got four, excluding you, different online presences in order to try to make one person look bad to make him feel better. Hurt people try to hurt people and it doesn't work. Yes, my dog is a rescue dog. Yes, I took him in at 3 weeks old. They usually don't let you adopt dogs at that age, but they walked him in after being left outside for hours with no food and water. And I took him from the people that had him in a box and said, I want to relinquish this one. And he was the only Black one. And I took him in, and I have raised him ever since. And I don't want to hurt him. I just want to love him. And that's all I want to do. I want to teach him things. He knows how to fetch. If I let him off his leash, he runs and come right back again. One time I thought I lost my dog because he ran around the corner because I didn't have him on a leash. He ran around the corner. And I had even me and my neighbors looking for him. And I was walking and I was like, started to cry. And my neighbor said, hold on. Don't cry. Stop crying. Your dog is at your front door. He's waiting for you. Hurt people hurt people. And if Pussy Liberal had never been here, he wouldn't know that my dog was black and white, which means they've been here before. Just trolling. Because my dog is not nowhere in here. How would you know that my dog was black and white in the first place? Unless you were really trying to hurt people. He hasn't been in here. I've never seen Pussy Liberal in here before. Hurt people try to hurt people. And that is not it. No. You have a rescue dog and he's black and white. Well, my dog is black and white too. And you ain't worth a damn. I hope your dog finds another owner real fucking quick. Let me forget this. Rashima, I can't believe you're still here, baby. I'm so sorry that this is happening. But hurt people. And sometimes I gotta deal with some bullshit people. And sometimes I get to deal with all of you, the best of them. But trust me, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. You, Miss Beatrice, I'd rather be with y'all. I'd rather be with all of you than to be with somebody that just has no merit, no honor. Like all these things, devotion, growth. I don't know. Life. Dead people try to hurt people. Like people who are like dead inside, they try to hurt people. Hey, Miss Francis. Man, we having an issue with the freaking trollers, man. Again. I don't know where they come from. But I wish they go back to the hell they came from. For real. Hurt people. I want them to go. Nothing we can't get over. You absolutely right. You lucky you came, because I was about to get off this site. I really was. How you doing, Miss Francis? I missed you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You one of my favorites. Miss Beatrice, one of my favorites. For real. Um, Miss Rashima, y'all one of y'all my favorites. Like I love when y'all come on here. Y'all always lift up my spirits. Even though me and Stars are into it, she's one of my favorites too. But we into it right now. How you doing? How you doing? You rewinded it? Oh God. I mean, it's been 2 hours. I know you ain't been watching this whole time. So I'm so glad you rewinded. So do you have a question, sweet baby? Because you know I got you, Miss Francis. You know, because I'm just. Okay. So you understand. Okay. I did leave a message this morning, Miss Francis, and um I said I'm only gonna start coming on once a day because for real, my lives are already like 2, 3 to 5 hours. So if I come back for another 2 to 3, 5 hours, it's like less effective because I do have my frequent people that I do talk to. I want to know about my career since I was. Okay. Oh, they said I have a message for you. Hold on, give me a sec. Miss Francis. Now, we talked about this when you actually did it. And you were upset and you signed off. You didn't hear the rest of the message. And they said, look, they said they are proud of you for leaving something that was making you stop yawning. Stop right now. They said that they were proud of you for leaving a job that was making you so unhappy. Now they want you to find what makes you fulfilled, great, and full. They don't want you to be in a position ever again where you're being taken for granted. Because to continue to be taken for granted is like saying you are not appreciated. And who has the right over you to say these things? You're an amazing, amazing person. And you deserve the best of them, the best of life. Every foot you step forward. Wait a minute. They said pick up this deck, this part of the deck, and pull from it. Every foot that you step forward. I'm trying to get my friend a job through me, and he's coming. First of all, you don't try to help somebody that talks shit about you. If you try to help them, then they will continue to talk shit. But if you tell them no, then there's nothing else to be said. So it's not him that is the problem. It's you who is allowing it. Don't allow that shit. It doesn't matter, Miss Francis, if you have the qualifications. What is your profession and what you're trying to create as your endeavor? That's the question. You're a recreator in the manufacturing industry. Can you simplify exactly what that means? Because that has manufacturing has an entire, a recruiter in the manufacturing industry. So you're recruiting people that is going to talk shit about you versus give you a 5-star review. Is that what you're telling me? Miss Francis, do I have to cut and paste what you said? Do I need to cut and... I don't care. A friend is not going to talk shit about you. A friend is only going to have loving words towards you. So you're recruiting a friend that I was trying to get my friend a job through me, and he came in for an appointment today and told me their opening told people I was walking out because I couldn't handle. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't read it all the way through. So the company in which you work for had negative connotations towards you. Do yourself a favor. Find yourself a new contract. And you know what? And if I were you, I would go and tell the contractor, it wasn't because I couldn't handle my job. Because apparently I'm handling it. I sent you a new recruit. The issue was the job and what they were asking. And if you can't handle the truth, then I guess you can't handle the truth. Get the fuck on. I'll take my recruit back and I'll find him someone else. Because it doesn't have to be you. There are plenty of jobs out here looking for workers. And I hope he makes management position. Why are you sitting over here looking at me as if I can't do my job, and yet I got you A and will bring you many more workers? Get your ass. And look, sometimes saying no to your first, contract is growth, because sometimes you can step your foot in a direction that ain't right. It's like ping pong. I mean, not ping pong. It's like, what is that game where they push it on the sides? It's like, oh God, what is that game? But there's the ball, and then you can shoot it in any direction, and you can just press the sides. And I mean, really, if this is the business I started for myself, I can choose any business that needs help. I don't have to choose you. Get your mind. create your cards, create your business flyers, have your workers in line, more than one, have about 5 for real to start. And then you will have, the more you create for yourself, the more growth you create for yourself. You wanted to know the lottery numbers? This is it. You are the lottery. So the more you work towards going exactly where you're trying to go, is the more you get to where you're going. You are the lottery. You're exactly what they need. And then you start with one business, and you start with another and another. Then it's too much for you to handle. So you have to hire an employee to help you. And then another. I am able to get one now. IDK, you're able to get one now, but clearly I'm doing a reading. So, okay, I will write your question down, which you didn't do the first time. So, create one step at a time. Rome was not built in a day. It's like having the first Walmart. There was only one in this country. Then that one created another because it made enough revenue. Then it created another because it made enough revenue. Then there's Walmarts everywhere, like H-E-B's, Piggly Wigglies, KFC's, everything. You can also do mortgage companies. But whatever defines you, make sure it's something you can work for yourself. I can see your independence right through this computer screen. So somebody telling you what to do ain't gonna work no more because you're fed up. It's gonna be another argument. So whatever you do, make sure it's something you can work for yourself. You fed up, Miss Francis. I know it. You tired of the government rushing and ruling. So whatever you do, your husband ain't gonna leave you. And if he do leave you, IDK, if your husband leave you, he's a fool. And if he leave you, ask him why. Why is he leaving? I feel like he's cheating. Well, honestly, how you feel and what he's doing may be 2 different things. But if he actually is cheating, there will be no reason. There will be an absolution of why you feel like that. He ain't gonna talk to you about it. Secrets are secrets. No one's gonna talk to you about that shit. For real. Well, you may love him, but you sure don't want to love somebody that takes you for granted in the first place, IDK. And Miss Francis, don't let nobody fucks with you. Not like that. If you have a strong-minded business sense, use it. First of all, IDK, you have your man's picture on your line and not your own. So you don't even respect yourself enough to put your own picture on there. So I guess you get what you give. Please don't listen to Money Pucks. Don't listen to Money Pucks. That's a troll. IDK, it's a troll. Don't do it. Nobody would call themselves money pox and actually be serious. Don't listen to it. And who is rejecting your messages, Beatrice? Is this IDK fool? I don't even know how they even got access to be able to do that. So take your man, like you have to IDK, you really need to honor yourself. And I'm telling the same thing to Miss Francis. Miss Francis, you have a business. IDK, you have love to give. Honor yourself, because there's nothing stopping you from achieving what exactly you want, but what your trajectory of your ambitions are. If you want a man, you get a man. But if you want to create a life for yourself and then comes a man, then you'll get that too. But like really honestly, IDK, I don't give a shit who monkeypox is. Like for real. I've had so many trollers tonight, I just kind of really don't care. That's your across the bear. And not only that, but I'm kind of done IDK with kind of talking about it. If you want to try a woman, try a woman. If you want to try a man, try a man. If you want your ex back, get your ex back. But clearly, you stuck in a box. So live there. So sorry. But as far as Miss Francis goes, Miss Francis, you know I love you, baby. You are always here. Please believe in yourself. I always have believed in you. I always have. From day one. I'm telling you the same thing. I believe in you. So I really kind of want you to be in a forward trajectory towards success instead of just kind of living in some space that you didn't create or do you deserve. Beatrice, same for you. But you already know that. One thing I can know is Beatrice received her enlightenment. But Miss Francis, I need you to stop changing the past. Because the past is not going to get you where you're going. Every move forward you've made. Yeah, so you took a step forward to, giving somebody else a job and, creating this for yourself. And somebody may have came in and tried to stomp on it. Okay. Let them do it. But at the end of the day, and if you really were to think about it, you got that person in that job. And it took them to get to the front office HR. And it took somebody to talk shit from their job in order for you to lose yours. So then take them somewhere else. Because you have the lifeline. Because if you don't send nobody else there, and there's all these other people in the world in which can and need your help, provide it to them. And that's the way you're going to continue to grow. Don't pay attention to IDK, Miss Francis, please. It's ridiculousness. But we all love you here, and you know that. So I'm telling you, don't give up. Don't give up. And you know that's my song. Don't give up. Don't you ever give up. And if you ever give up, I'm going to come to your city. I'm going to knock you right. I'm going to sit here and do this right here to your forehead. What are you thinking, lady? Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because you know what? They sit here and act like the women of the world are the underdogs, and really we the leaders. Behind every notariable man is a really great woman. Don't give up. Because don't make me have to do this to your forehead. What are you thinking, Miss Francis? Like, for real. Put your rain on. You deserve everything. Put one foot in front of the other. And don't give up. Don't give up. You hear me? And I'm not playing with you, Miss Francis, because you know I care about you and Miss Beatrice and all the people that's always here. Y'all are my loves. So I'm going to tell you, and for free. I'd rather be alone and in control than not. Innocence. Don't make me come to your house. I will poke you in your sacral chakra. Is that the sacral chakra? I hope so. I will poke you in your sacral chakra and say, "Why are you giving up? What is you doing?" Because innocence. You have to start somewhere. Innocence. You have to start somewhere. Like, for real, Rome wasn't built in a night. Like my channel. I've had it for 4 years. This is the most views I've ever had. I started with 19 when I moved into this apartment. Don't give up. Sometimes you kind of got to shape. Like, it's like a piece of clay that you have to shape and mold and understand and grow into. But I'm so happy I got here. Don't make me, I have to even do this stuff to myself. I'd be waking up in the morning and be like, I have to touch all my chakras, put some crystal on them and all that stuff. And it takes patience to get to where you want it. All the moon cycles. Don't you give up. I'd be so disappointed. I come to your house and be like this. All the moon cycles across your forehead and then into the middle. No, there. Y'all know y'all my babies. I'll be so disappointed if y'all ever did. You know how like you start something? Let's say like you became a foster mom. And you have like a certain amount of kids that was always there from the beginning. Y'all are my certain amount of kids that was always there from the beginning. You better not give up because I'm going to be mad. Everybody come after. I can't say everybody come after. But you want to be a part of this, you cannot be a red flagger. I mean, a white flag. Don't you white flag this shit. If you want to be part of this greatness, you better not give up. I don't care if you can't go back to your past. There's a reason why you quit. All your chakras said, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't give up. You created it. You created a way. So do it. Live by it. Stand. If you just stand. Stand. Don't play with me. Stand. I don't care what you got to do. Create all the cards, the business cards, the flyers, whatever you got to do. Put them in the grocery store. Work a delivery job and put them in every bag. Stand. 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 You hear me? Stand. People will tell you what you can't do. And people will always try to knock you down. Stand. See somebody ever get hit so hard in the face and you think they would stand up again in a fight and they stood up and they end up winning it? Stand. People will always tell you what you can't do. They think that they misdemeanor job of being, but they need you more than you need them. How are you going to get an employee without me? Stand. As much as you told my employee, I can tell other businesses that you downgrade employers. Stand for yourself. And so shall your business grow. Stand. And there is a song. I just don't feel like dealing with this computer to get it to do what it's supposed to do. And if Stars was here, she would know, but she's not. So, regardless of all, I have to go to the restroom. It's been 3 hours. Y'all know what it is. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, I love you so much. You're gonna wait. I need to let it go 1 hour longer. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I had to do this. So, okay. I'm going to tell you, be back shortly. Okay, Beatrice. So I'm going to tell you something, like, real quick. And I'm going to give you this piece of information, Miss Francis. The reason I say this is because I learned a lot from day trading. I told you I trade Forex stocks. So I learned a lot from day trading. And I learned that day traders, you have to have like a big bank account. And then in order for you to actually create the revenue and that you want, you have to have a bigger bank account. However, you could have a smaller bank account and create and wait longer and understand that the cost of living is rising. So if the cost of living is rising, if you just place a trade at the bottom of the cost of living, then you actually make more money on that stock over time. Because I was like I did trade like regular stock, like, I was trading Tesla. I was trading like, major stuff. But day traders, they don't understand that day trading is cool. And yes, you can make such and such money if you have like 5,000 in your account and you can afford to, put $1,000 in one trade. Yeah, you can make a lot of money. But if you have $100 and you put $25 into a day stock, a Forex stock, and you waited a month, you could actually make $500. So yes, of course, it's slightly less money. But I just made $500 off $25. So now I have a $500 my profit went from $26 to $500, right? So if my profit went from $26 to $500, let's say you took that $500 and you invested $100 of it, and then you invested in a stock that you knew was going to go up in a month. So $25. I made $500. So at $100, I make $1,000. So then I keep raising my profit margin to $1,000. So if I raise my profit margin to $1,000 and I just made $500 and my profit margin is $1,000, because I can actually allow myself to buy more. I can buy more units and, invest to a gain of more pips to 25,000 pips. So at 25,000 pips at $100 a pip, I actually make at the end of the month about $25 to $500. I'll make $2,500 by the end of the month. It's just a matter of how long are you willing to wait for things to get good? Man, thank you. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Universe. I keep telling people the same thing about love. You're all here all the time. And I keep telling you the same thing about love. Like, how long are you willing to wait for things to get good? Because nothing happens overnight. Rome was not built in a day, nor a night. If you think about one Egyptian pyramid, how many years did it take to build one Egyptian pyramid? in order to make one tune for one goddess. Well, I think we all need to consider these things. Do not go to your grave before you're supposed to. Life is too short to just do anything with the life in which you were given. Accept it, love it, live it. Don't give up. I don't care if you're a woman in this world. I don't care if you're a man. I don't care if you're a child that know more than the rest of them. Sometimes children, I've seen an article where a 10-year-old child decided to invest. His daddy asked him, what stock you want to invest in? He picked one and he ended up being a millionaire. I don't give a shit who you are. Should you play the lottery? Yeah. Should you do things of chance? Yes. I've known a man that came in a convenience store I worked at. They bought a $25 ticket and made $500 off of it. They spent $75 and kept $400. Yes. Take your chances. God is not out here just to be like, what are you going to do? God want to know what you want to do. So respect it. I have to go. Miss Francis, you still here? I love you, sweet baby. I love my baby mama. I never let her go. You know that's the song, right? I hope you know this. But the point is, I love you for being here since the birth of my creation. And I love you all. Bye, Miss Beatrice. I love all of you, and I can't wait to see you again. This is my night. I got to take my dog out. I got to eat dinner, and then I got to get some sleep. You know I'll be back here tomorrow once a day. I'm hoping to be here by 11 or 12 Central Standard Time. Now, if I'm not here by 11 or 12 Central Standard Time, I got caught up. But it's only because I have to look for my new house. So I'm trying to get here by between 11 and 2. Okay? And that's one person in the chat box. 11 likes, 315, something. I love you all. I can't wait to see you again.